Trunks, Bulma, I do this for you. And yes, even for you, Kakarot.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Dragon Ball Z fights.
Thunder, Flash, attack!
Number 20, Android 16 vs Imperfect Cell.
But 16, what will you do here?
I will kill Cell.
For the most part, the red-headed stepchild of the androids was more interested in birdwatching than power-up screams. But when Cell came along, 16 decided to finally show off what he's made of. It's a sight to behold. He uses a freaking rocket arm, tears Cell's entire tail off, and then blasts the slimy villain to oblivion and beyond.
Blasters, fire!
The only thing cooler than this beatdown is the reminder that this is 16's one and only real fight in all of Z. Talk about ending on a high note. While Cell eventually leveled up and doled out some payback, we're still giving 16 the medal here. He won in every way that counts. Number 19, Vegeta vs Android 19.
Let me ask you, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
No one knows how to deliver a good thrashing quite like the Saiyan Prince himself. In fact, he can even make a robot feel fear. Just look at Android 19. There was a lot of pressure on Vegeta's first bout as a Super Saiyan, but this seminal smackdown delivered on every single front. Hype, action, drama, and of course, smack talk. Android 19's energy-sucking abilities were simply nothing in the face of Vegeta's cold-hearted antics, especially when he brought out the Big Bang attack. It's a vicious pounding of a fight that you can't take your eyes off of, but coming from Vegeta's golden-haired debut, we couldn't have asked for anything better.
Here it comes! A little going-away present for you!
Number 18, Goten vs Trunks.
It is our great pleasure to present the final match in the Junior World Martial Arts Championship!
In comparison to nail-biting screamfests to decide the fate of the planets, there's something refreshing about a good old-fashioned tournament. Throw in 2 young Super Saiyans and you're in for a good time. After all, Goten and Trunks just want to have fun, so it only makes sense that the show follows suit. In a nutshell, their bout is about the hijinks and the tantrums, party rules, and showing off that comes with it. But don't underestimate these runts. They can pull off a Super Saiyan spectacle like few others.
Kamehame! Oh, did he teach you how to control it? Goten.
Even at half the size, Goten and Trunks give their dads a real run for their zenny in the star-crossed rivalry departments. Number 17, Vegeta vs Zarbon.
As I said, you only saw the beauty side of me before. Now with great pleasure, I introduce you to the beast!
It doesn't matter how many ugly transformations you have, when fighting a Saiyan, what goes around comes around. After Zarbon's monstrous power-up netted him a decisive win in round 1, Vegeta returns stronger, angrier, and with a flair for the dramatic.
I'd kill you where you stand, but Frieza wants me to take you alive. Consider yourself lucky.
Ha! The only thing I'm going to consider is how much pain I make you endure.
Even though Zarbon likes to stay stylish, the outcome here didn't look very pretty. The Saiyan Prince relished the payback, and we can't even blame him. Vegeta blasting a hole straight into Zarbon's cocky smirk is one of the most vindicating moments of the Namek saga. It's an astonishing second-round comeback, and considering Zarbon's sorry state, something tells us there won't be a round 3 anytime soon. Number 16, Gohan vs Super Buu. Before anyone even throws a punch, Gohan steals the show by arriving onto the scene with one of the slickest entrances in all of Dragon Ball.
So, Hotshot, you want to fight Majin Buu?
Fight you? No, I want to kill you.
Even better, he immediately backs it up with a mystical showcase of what a full-powered Saiyan can do. Spoiler alert, it's beating Super Buu silly. It may have taken a while for Gohan to re-enter the fray, but this one fight made it all worth it. Sadly, his good fortune doesn't last. Once Super Buu absorbs Piccolo and Gotenks, the fight remains a one-sided beatdown, just with the roles reversed. Either way, it's hard to say no to two epic pummelings for the price of one.
Go ahead, make me pay. But if that's all the power you've got, you're gonna have a lot of trouble collecting.
Number 15, Vegeta vs Android 18. On one hand, this bombastic android assault is just as memorable as the previous time Vegeta blasted a robot. On the other, it's because he gets royally dusted.
Well, okay.
This so-called fight is like a car crash in slow motion, mesmerizing and tragic at the same time. While it's an unmitigated smackdown right from the start, 18's ruthless attitude makes each blow sting even worse. To prove it, she breaks not just one, but both of Vegeta's arms, and does it with a smile. That's a wound that won't just hurt his body, it'll hurt his pride. After that kind of victory, no one's going to forget 18's bone-breaking strength again, especially not Vegeta.
What's it going to take to get through to you, Vegeta? You've been beaten.
Number 14, Nappa vs the Z-Fighters.
Yes! Now, which one of you wants to die first?
Nothing turns pulse-pounding thrills to white-knuckle dread faster than a few character deaths. And unfortunately, that's Nappa's specialty. The heroes forged crafty strategies, used their superior numbers, and pulled out every technique in their arsenal. And still, all it's worth is a few exciting flurries. Once Nappa gets serious, the deaths come fast, and they come heavy.
That was a close one.
There's no way!
I know, this is insane!
Chaozu, Tien, and even Piccolo all fall one after another. As terrifying as it is to see half the main cast die in the span of a single fight, there's no time to mourn before Nappa returns to his rampage. The attack of the Saiyans wasn't an invasion at all, it was a massacre. Number 13, Goku and Piccolo vs Raditz. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Well, that's what Goku and Piccolo thought when the Saiyans' long-lost brother arrived on Earth and started kicking up dust.
Alright, let's do this!
The novelty of seeing these rivals fight side by side is quickly overshadowed by a 2-on-1 for the ages. Raditz is just powerful enough to push Goku and Piccolo to their limits, forcing them to adapt with some dazzling combos and full-throttle attacks. One of which includes Goku taking Raditz down with him.
Special beam cannon, fire!
Did we mention this is Z's first proper fight? By killing off its main character right off the bat, Dragon Ball told everyone that Z meant business. Number 12, Super Saiyan 3 Goku vs Majin Buu.
Do it! Take him down!
In spite of his obese appearance, the entity known as Majin Buu was shown to be near unstoppable, slaughtering whole cities and turning its residents into candy. In order to buy some time, Goku steps up, and he reveals that he has gone even further beyond and attained a new level of Super Saiyan, one that comes complete with one hell of a golden mullet. This led the way to a brief but awesome brawl. Just when it looks like Goku may have the upper hand, he realizes his time on Earth is running out and decides to leave the rest to the next generation.
Shove it!
See ya.
Number 11, Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta vs. Recoome. No matter the outcome, you can't say these guys didn't go down without a fight.
Alright, kids, this fight's between me and Vegeta. But if you feel like jumping in to help him out, go ahead and try it. I'll take you all on at once.
When the Ginyu Force landed on Namek, Vegeta powered up, charged into battle, and almost blew Recoome to smithereens. Almost. The light show gave the orange-haired brute a few scratches and a major hankering for some revenge, which he delivered tenfold. Later, Gohan and Krillin dive in for a quick assist, but all that does is give Recoome 2 more punching bags.
Come on, Squirt! Don't tell me that's the best you got!
The whole thing is a barbaric scrapfest, the likes of which Dragon Ball had rarely seen before. If anything, it's worth checking out just to see Recoome make a 3-on-1 look unfair for the other team.
Let Recoome show you your doom!
Never! I'm not gonna let you win!
Number 10, Vegito vs. Super Buu.
All right!
Ever since Gotenks made an appearance, we were all wondering if we would ever see any other fusions, perhaps one starring our 2 favorite Saiyans. Well, our prayers were answered, and the sight was downright spectacular. After absorbing Gohan and the rest, Super Buu had reached the pinnacle of his power, leaving Goku and Vegeta with no choice but to fuse into one being. Said being just so happened to be a Saiyan of such power that he managed to knock the 7 bells out of Buu like it was nothing.
Still hungry, Boo? Eat this!
Hell, he was so powerful that even when he got turned into a piece of candy, he was still a beast.
Fight like a man! Do you see a man around?
Number 9, Future Trunks vs. Mecha Frieza and King Cold. Just when things were getting quiet around Earth, Frieza and his dad returned to cause some mayhem. They probably would have succeeded too, were it not for Trunks.
You're about to find out what it's like to fight a real Super Saiyan. And I'm not talking about Goku. What?
The Super Saiyan appeared out of nowhere and promptly one-shotted both Frieza and King Cold without breaking a sweat. No build-up and no explanation. Yeah, to say jaws dropped would be an understatement.
Excuse me. Is this yours?
The actual combat takes the back seat to the shock of seeing another Super Saiyan in the flesh, especially one capable of slicing and dicing one of Dragon Ball's most iconic villains. Even if Trunks is technically from the future, there's no denying that his 2-pronged attack is one for the history books. Number 8, Gotenks vs. Super Buu.
Ah, yes, there's my fighter. Too bad no one else is here to witness your final hour.
This confrontation had been building up since the moment Buu was resurrected, and it certainly didn't fail to live up to the hype. With the hyperbolic time chamber as their battleground, Goten and Trunks reveal their mastered fusion, taking the form of the smart-ass Saiyan Gotenks. The fight itself is layered with surprises, with Gotenks unleashing the hilariously effective Super Ghost Kamikaze attack, along with the reveal that he too can transform into Super Saiyan 3.
Man, I rock. Yeah, just leave everything to me.
They may not have won in the end, but they get an A for effort. Number 7, Piccolo vs. Android 17.
You can't win.
The androids certainly had their fair share of bloody fun. Well, at least until they encountered this Namekian. After fusing with Kami, Piccolo gains the strength to go toe-to-toe with Android 17 in a battle that's as brutal as it is cathartic. We're not sure what's more awesome, seeing Piccolo finally rise above the ranks of the Saiyans, or seeing 17 get his smug face beaten in. At least until Cell shows up to ruin it all, but hey, it was fun while it lasted. Number 6. Goku vs. Cell.
Little by little I shall reveal to you the perfect power that lies within me.
Bring it on.
Now that's how you start off your tournament with a bang. Yep, the first real match of the Cell games features our protagonist facing off against the Ultimate Creation. While no one was expecting it to happen this quickly, the fight itself was the furthest thing from a letdown. The two beat each other bloody, to the point that it's clear that even with all his overwhelming strength, Goku is unable to finish Cell off for good. This would of course pave the way for Gohan's fight, but at least we got to see that instant transmission Kamehameha combo. Number 5. Goku and Vegeta vs. Kid Buu.
He shrunk, and you were so worried.
Ha! You weren't worried, huh? You had white knuckles and you know it.
Sheesh, and you thought Super Buu was bad. After reverting to his purest form, Buu wastes no time in wiping out the world with a single attack. Backed into a corner on the Supreme Kai's world, all our Saiyan duo can do is give everything they've got against Kid Buu. There's something here for everybody. Goku going all out with his Super Saiyan 3 form, Vegeta nearly giving his life just to steal time, as well as the battle's culmination where Goku unleashes his final Spirit Bomb to finally put down the Pink Menace once and for all. Number 4. Goku vs. Majin Vegeta.
Shame on you. The Vegeta I know would never have done this.
By this point, we'd gotten so used to Goku and Vegeta being on relatively decent terms that we had all but forgotten about them once being mortal enemies. That is until we got the rematch of the century. After allowing himself to be controlled by Babidi, Vegeta demands he and Goku settle the score once and for all. What follows is the two going all out in a brutal exchange, with Vegeta's dark new abilities taking on the force of Super Saiyan 2 Goku. While Vegeta would go on to redeem himself in the end, we're glad he took one last trip to the dark side.
Fool! You don't know what humiliation is!
Number 3. Goku vs. Vegeta.
You had your chance.
All these days, they're the best of frenemies. Back in the old days, these two were fighting for the fate of the planet, with Vegeta pretty fixated on blowing it to Kingdom Come. You won't see any Super Saiyans here, but that's not to say the fight is devoid of excitement. Goku using Kaioken to gain the upper hand, that iconic beam struggle between the Kamehameha and the Gallic Gun, not to mention Vegeta's transformation into a great ape. Hard to believe that after pummeling each other to near death, these two would one day be the best of buds. Okay, maybe that's going a bit far.
How about you, pal? You're coming, right?
Not if I have to be stuck with you.
Oh, come on, you don't really mean that.
Number 2, Gohan vs. Cell.
Yeah, way to stick it to him, Gohan!
We all knew that Gohan was powerful, but much like the rest of the cast, we had no clue he was this powerful. While he originally gets his ass handed to him by Cell, things take an unexpected turn.
Gohan!
With the Cell Juniors taking out all his friends, as well as Android 16's final parting words, Gohan unleashes all his anger, and in doing so, transforms into a Super Saiyan 2. From there on, the battle becomes an even playing field, all of which results in probably the series' most epic beam struggle. Way to go, Gohan! We knew you had it in ya. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Goku vs. Frieza.
Good riddance, you sniffling Saiyan!
Many have tried, but none have truly duplicated the sadistic villainy of this alien tyrant, nor knocked him off his perch as Goku's greatest enemy. Despite using everything at his disposal, even launching a spirit bomb into his face, Goku is unable to defeat Frieza in his 4th form, leading to Krillin and Piccolo being killed in rebuttal. Fueled by anger, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan for the first time. Thus begins the epic clash between the universe's strongest warriors on a dying planet Namek, and it is damn awesome. This was truly Dragon Ball at its best. What's your favorite bout in Z? Let us know in those comments below.
Yes, that's the spirit, android! Never say die!
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.